Okay, so Kingdom Come Deliverance combat system is a lot different than any other game that you've probably played. It is a lock-on system, which isn't that difficult to deal with. The biggest difficulty is the ability to actually defend yourself and strike your opponent. And by striking your opponent, I mean actually landing that hit. When you are hit in combat, your character is generally stunned a little bit. You may be winded. If you're hit hard enough or damaged during that strike, your character's whole head could kind of be spun around, and that leaves you open for several other attacks. If you're fighting more than one opponent, that could lead to your death. They'll beat you down, you'll lose your stamina, your health will drop, you'll start bleeding, and you'll die. So it's pretty easy to die in combat, and it's a lot harder to win. But there are some things you can do to help improve that. You can see my stats here. I've been playing for a while now, but your strength is good for clenching, and also how much damage you can do with some of the heavier weapons. When you get into here, you'll see you'll have perks like the Clinch Master, Tight Grip, Head Cracker, and some of these things are going to be useful. A 10% chance of knocking your opponent out with a blow to the head. When that activates, it's a nice little gem. You could take down a big opponent with a single strike if that perk kicks in. Clench Master, having a better chance of overpowering in the clench is also good. It will help you throw your opponent off balance and break free from the clench when they initiate it. Both are which are going to save you stamina and health. Your agility, obviously in here you can get your dodging, your lightweight armor skill, which is nice to have because you'll be easier to dodge strikes the lighter your armor is. So as you're leveling up, you're not going to have a full plate of armor. This is going to be a nice perk to have. Your skills, they don't really matter for any of your combat, but your combat skills here do. So you have your defense, your warfare, which is your overall fighting ability, and then your mastery, which is for the types of weapons you use. I mainly use swords. In swords here, you can see you can learn different combinations, and it will tell you the combinations to the weapon and the type of weapon that the combo belongs to. So this one does short swords, hunting sword and sabers. This one's long sword. So they're not too important right now. You don't need those to win fights. They do help against stronger opponents, but let's get some sparring in here. So at Rete, you want to talk to Captain Bernard, and he is going to actually spar with us, and that's going to allow us to actually improve our skills and actually gain skill up points. You want to do practice weapons so you're not taking too much damage on your armor. If you use real weapons, you're going to come out of there with your armor all beat up, and you're going to have to spend a lot of money to get it fixed.
I'd like to train a bit, just lightly.
There is no time limit.
Right.
With the practice weapons, you fight him until you hit surrender, so you can actually level up a few levels just from doing this one day in the game.
Poles. Whatever you fancy.
I still don't feel entirely competent.
We're going to go with the bastard sword because it's the most common weapon.
That.
Right, lad. Grab your piece, and we'll get stuck in.
So, your block button is Q,
What's the matter? Come
and
on!
that's going to be your bread and butter. If you just hold down block, you will block incoming strikes at the cost of stamina. They will not be clean blocks, but they will be blocks, so it's better than taking full damage. So we're just going to hold Q, and he's going to strike. So there I'm blocking, and down at the bottom you see my stamina going down. So we'll let him hit again, blocks, stamina, not great blocks. You're still going to get hit, especially if he throws a good combo. So that's a basic combo. Block worked. I didn't get hurt. It does its job. You do not want to just be holding down Q. You actually want to get a perfect time block in, which is going to be considered a parry. So when you see the green shield in the middle of the icon there, that is going to be when you want to tap your block key. So that is going to perfectly block that attack. You're not going to lose stamina, and you're going to be able to have a better chance at countering your opponent. So, like I said, whenever he swings, wait for it and then tap. There you go. That easy. So I did riposte there. We'll get to that in a second. but get used to just timing that block. It's going to save your life. Stamina is very important. If you are low on stamina and you continue to take strikes, you will then start losing health faster. So the next type of block is considered a riposte, and that is going to be when you block and then counter with a strike. To do that, you have to block in the exact direction that the enemy is swinging from. So he swung from above, the green shield lights up, you put your cursor above and tap Q. So there it goes again. Slide the mouse up and tap Q. They're going to let you then parry those perfectly and then turn around with a strike. The opponent is not going to be able to block against that strike, so you will always get a free hit in. A perfectly timed stab will usually allow you to riposte regardless of what direction your mouse is in, as long as you're not moving your mouse around.
Well ended. Your end is nigh.
So that's the basic to blocking. You can do that all day with him. Your defense skill will actually go up the more that you fight him and do this. So free points to just sit here and spar with wooden swords with Captain Bernard. Easy as that. When you do your strikes, just a little bit on combat, you see how he can do the exact same thing. So if your strikes are telegraphed, meaning you kind of give away where you're coming from, he's going to easily block those strikes and counter you. So if he knows where I'm coming from, I'm not being too good, I'm not switching up my sword and giving him some different direction to pay attention to, he's going to block them a lot easier, and it's going to be a lot harder for me to fight him. So you want to always change up the direction of your attacks, the type of your attacks. You don't want to do the same combos over and over again, so you're not always going to come from the right. You keep doing that, he will figure it out, and it will make it a lot easier for him to counter your attacks as well. So get better at your blocks, just work on the timing, get some practice in with Captain Bernard, and before you know it, you'll be able to just cut down bandits and humans like it's nobody's business. Alright.